A huge high school basketball game in Southern California. Sierra Canyon, the top-ranked team in the region, 21-3, invades Brentwood to take on a very good Eagles team that is 16-9. Hello, everybody. My name is Randy Roseblum, set to call the play-by-play. This is the Professor Paul Westfall. You know, in 2028, we're going to have the Olympic Games here in L.A. again, but we're talking about winning the gold tonight. The gold is at stake.
Nice, Randy. For Sierra Canyon, the Trailblazers might as well be the Globetrotters this year. They've been to the East Coast so many times, but now back here in California, they've got some Gold Coast League business to take care of. If they win their final two games, they'll be the Gold Coast League champion and more than likely the number one seed in the Open Division playoffs. But for Brentwood, this is a team that plays their best basketball at this time of year every year. By witness the fact that they have two CIF titles and a semifinal berth in the last three seasons. So a strong performance, Randy, tonight by the Eagles would indicate that Brentwood's on the right track.
The Blazers have all kinds of stars throughout their lineup, but really one of the unsung heroes this year, and he's so unselfish, is the guard Amari Bailey.
Yeah, one of the best freshmen in the country last year. He was an explosive scorer because they needed him to be. Well, this year he has completely become selfless in his scoring is down, but his playmaking is up. He's a terrific two-way player, a magnificent athlete, one of the best sophomores in the country.
On the other side, Christian Moore is a young sophomore guard, and he's explosive for Brentwood.
Yeah, he certainly is. He's one of those positionless players who's comfortable any place on the court. You'll see him play some point guard tonight. He certainly can play shooting guard and small forward. He can score from anywhere on the court. He had 30 in their upset win over Windward. Randy, I think he'll have to have a game like that tonight if they're going to compete.
It should be entertaining and exciting. It's a beauty on our KDOC Game of the Week from Pacific Surfliner. The starting lineups are next.
From the Golden Coast and rolling hills to iconic cityscapes, this is a getaway that begins the moment you step on board. Experience an unforgettable train ride. Learn more at PacificSurfliner.com.
Hey, man. What are you doing?
I'm looking at my new Toyota.
Looks more like you're taking it easy.
I am taking it easy.
In your easy chair.
At the We Make It Easy sales event, they made it easy.
Did they throw in the chair?
No. I bought the chair.
It's a nice car.
Thank you.
We make it easy. Toyota, let's go places.
I work hard and I want my money to work hard too. So I use my Freedom Unlimited card. Even when I'm spending, I'm earning 1.5% cash back on everything I buy. Earning on my favorite soup. Got it. Earning on Daddy Clear. Don't touch it yet. Let me get the big one. Nope. This one? Nope. This one? No. Let me get them all. I'm gonna get them all. Just the basics. Can you double bag this right here? Earn 1.5% cash back on everything you buy with Freedom Unlimited. Can you also tell me what it is? Chase, make more of what's yours.
It's hard being a smoker. I've heard all the lectures.
You know, you shouldn't smoke.
I know all the signs. I've seen all the faces. I know the money it costs me. But that doesn't change the fact that it's hard to quit.
The California Smokers Helpline. No judgments, just help. With free telephone counseling, text messaging, and more. All without lectures. Call 1-800-NO-BUTS or visit nobuts.org.
All month long, we're giving away 4 packs of tickets to the San Diego Zoo and Safari Park. The San Diego Zoo has such a wide range of scaly, furry, and feathered friends for the whole family to enjoy. For your chance to win tickets, visit our contest page on KDOC.TV.
The Pacific Surfliner CIF Game of the Week on KDOC TV is brought to you by Amtrak Pacific Surfliner. Need a getaway? Getting there is half the fun when you travel by train. Visit PacificSurfliner.com. And by Wingstop. Open late, order online at wingstop.com. It's Sierra Canyon 21-3 against Brentwood. The host school is 16-9. It's time for the starting lineups brought to you by Wingstop. Open late, order online at wingstop.com.
For the visiting Sierra Canyon Trailblazers, it's Zaire Williams, Brandon Boston, Amari Bailey, Harold Yu, and Taryn Frank. That's the starting 5 for head coach Andre Chevalier. But for Brentwood, it's Freedom Rames, Christian Moore, Thomas Osterbrook, Zach Mellon, and Braden Thomas. That's the starting 5 for Ryan Moose Bailey, the head man of the Eagles.
Brentwood High School has a brief ceremony saluting the late, great Kobe Bryant as they pay tribute to him and all the victims from Sunday's tragedy.
The scoreboard on the south wall.
Welcome to tonight's game. My name is Michael Neiman, and I'm a senior and prefect here at Brentwood. For all Brentwood students and all others in attendance, we please ask you to join in a 24-second moment of silence in loving memory of the late Kobe Bryant, as well as his daughter Gianna, and all other victims of this past weekend's tragic helicopter crash. Thank you. Go Eagles.
Paul, I know you have the keys.
Let's take a look first for the visitors, the Sierra Canyon Trailblazers. You the man. Harold Yu is getting better and better all the time, as if Sierra Canyon needs it. He was really large, shall we say, in that big win over Windward. 17 points, a couple of clutch free throws. And then a George Lucas quote, your focus determines your reality. If Sierra Canyon is focused the rest of the way, they clearly are the most talented team, but they have to keep their focus. Now let's look at the home team, the Brentwood Eagles. No doubting Thomas around here, and that goes for a couple of guys. Thomas Osterbrook, the 6'6 junior, he can score from anywhere on the court. And then Braden Thomas, the big guy, 6'10, been playing better all season long. Moderation in all things. That's a Ralph Waldo Emerson quote. Brentwood has to control tempo. They have to play at a moderate speed all game long. You cannot run with the Trailblazers.
The Eagle Dome is alive. Some 800 strong packed in here tonight. Trailblazers in the traveling blue and white, the home-clad Eagles. This is Amari Bailey. Hard to miss him at 7'3". Brandon Boston, the All-American. He hits a three.
And they're going to put on some full court pressure, try to speed up the Eagles. The Eagles want to play, they want to control the pace.
Rames, back of the iron, up, over, and out.
One thing about this Brentwood team, they space the floor very well. They share the ball very well, and they've got 4 or 5 guys at any time on the court that can bury the three ball.
Sierra Canyon with 2 McDonald's All-Americans. Number 5, Zaire Williams. Number 3, Brandon B.J. Boston. Yu puts it in over Braden Thomas.
He has got so much better at catching the ball and finishing around the rim. That was a contested shot.
Thomas missed it. Mellon got it back. Next rebound comes to the Blazers and Zaire Williams. Bailey behind the back to Boston. Osterbrook with a strong rebound for Brentwood.
And they'll need to be tough on the glass. Sierra Canyon likes to crash the glass and get the second chance points. Got to minimize those tonight if you're Brentwood.
A quick 5 early for the visitors. Bailey deflected it away. And one, a beautiful up fake and goal for Taryn Frank, the 6'8 senior who's committed to TCU.
So many finishers this Trailblazer team has. So if you let them get in transition, even if it's not a man advantage, if it's 2-on-2, 3-on-3, Sierra Canyon has the advantage because they have so many different guys that can finish around the rim.
The Eagles with a quick 30-second timeout after the 7-0 run. And you saw the early burst of Sierra Canyon. One of the reasons this team has won 54 consecutive games in the Gold Coast League.
Well, we'll take a look at the standings. You can see that this one is really for first place, because if Brentwood School would be able to pull the upset, even if they and Sierra Canyon ended up with only 1 loss in league, it would be Brentwood that would go in as the top seed. But I tell you, Sierra Canyon had their scare. They had a scare against the talented Windward team, 61-58, and I think that may have just jarred their senses a little bit, because it certainly looks like they're taking a very good Brentwood team very seriously so far.
The surprise there would be Windward at 1-3. That's a very talented club.
But some tough losses in league, including one to Brentwood.
And to Sierra Canyon as Frank completes the three-point play. An 8-0 start from the team from Chatsworth. And they're trapping all over the floor.
But this is a really well-coached team. Moose Bailey, one of the brighter coaches in the Southland. They'll be well-schooled how to break that press.
Rames on the baseline. Throwing it over to Osterbrook, who couldn't convert.
Good job by Brentwood to get back in numbers.
Williams with a good look to you, who slams it in. Great feed from Zaire Williams.
He has made himself such an inviting target. Catches the ball with those soft hands, and this year he's not passing it back out.
Moore had it stripped away, and there's no question the Blazers have come out focused, although they turn it over here.
Yeah, I think that's the first time Zaire Williams is. That was Boston on the side, sorry. But one of the few unforced turnovers that you'll see from Sierra Canyon. Pretty well disciplined bunch. Quick look at Andre Chevalier. Andre in his third year told me he was feeling good. I said, you look good. And he said, yeah, he's feeling good. It's nice, he said, to be home for 3 straight weeks.
Yeah, he's gotten some sleep finally. The last time we saw him, he was about ready to fall asleep on the court. This is M.J. Coleman, a quick guard, just a freshman for Brentwood. Wears number 32. Moore on the baseline, again lost the handle.
Good play by Williams.
To Bailey, and he throws it up too strong. But a clean look out in front, and Frank buries it. 13-0 for Sierra Canyon. And a steal in the backcourt. And Boston scoops it in. What a start.
Nightmarish beginning for Brentwood. Even when they've got good shots in the half court, they haven't gone in. They just need to see the ball go through the basket.
Here's the freshman Coleman firing, and that's not close. Rames from downtown, and Bailey rebounds.
And look how quickly it's up the floor. Really good play by Mellon, though, to stop the fast break.
And another takeaway. You stole it from Osterbrook, and now the Blazers give it right back.
Getting a little ragged out there the last 3 or 4 trips.
Osterbrook with a air ball.
Oh, that's 6'7", folks.
That's a McDonald's All-American going to work, and B.J. Boston, who's headed to Kentucky.
And
Coleman picks up the foul.
And Zaire Williams still undecided. Let's take a look at our officials really quickly. That's Ed Krikorian right there. John Henderson and Juan Mariscal are the 3 arbiters of law and order tonight.
Ronnie James is checked in for Sierra Canyon, wearing 0. Inbounded to you.
A huge matchup advantage on that particular sequence with Coleman, about 5'9", trying to check Williams.
Terrific play by Braden Thomas to dislodge the ball away from you. 15-0, Sierra Canyon. Brentwood looking to get off the schneid. Rames with a gorgeous move, put it up and drew the foul. Freedom Rames fouled by Bronny James.
Well, that's a smart play, and he's a really savvy player, is Freedom, and he knew the ball just wasn't going in, so let's get ourselves a 2-shot foul.
Timeout on the floor. Sierra Canyon is pitching to shut up on the Pacific Surfliner Game of the Week on KDOC TV.
Dude, what's this? You got a new 4Runner?
I did. Practically had to. Not only does it crush in this weather, but check it. Came with 2 Mountain High season passes.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Catch you on the mountain?
You'll try. Hey, wait up.
We make it easy. Toyota, let's go places.
My mom always told me, actions speak louder than words. She was a school teacher. My dad joined the Navy and helped prosecute the Nazis at Nuremberg. Their values are why I walked away from my business took the giving pledge to give my money to good causes, and why I spent the last 10 years fighting corporate insiders who put profits over people. I'm Tom Steyer, and I approve this message because right now, America needs more than words. We need action.
Tonight's Pacific Surfliner Game of the Week on KDOC TV is brought to you by Amtrak Pacific Surfliner. Travel by train to Southern California's top destinations. Book today at PacificSurfliner.com.
Well, as nightmarish a start as Brentwood School could have hoped for, or hoped against, I should say, but even if they made the shots that they got that were makeable baskets in the half court, they haven't stopped Sierra Canyon at all on the other end, and they're going to have to get some defensive stops if they're going to even climb back to within 10 at the half.
Freedom Rames, the 5'11 junior, the lefty at the line. His dad is Ving Rames, fine actor who starred in Pulp Fiction and the Mission Impossible movies, and right now it is Mission Impossible so far for Brentwood. They're finally on the board, and it figures that it's Freedom giving him some relief.
Yeah, let Freedom ring the basket here as he rolls 1 out of 2 in, but the capacity crowd, which has been standing on the student side for Brentwood, finally has something to get excited about.
Setting the shot clock to 31. They never moved it. It stayed at 35.
Don't think it'll matter a whole lot for Sierra Canyon all night long. They tend to get shots off rather quickly. And it didn't move from 31. So we've got technical difficulties, as they say.
Taryn Frank with 6 points. BJ Boston with 5 early on for the visiting Sierra Canyon Trailblazers.
Andre Chevalier orchestrating things. Of course, you mentioned Ving Rames, my favorite character, Marcellus Wallace in Pulp Fiction.
Shot clock is not working at this juncture.
No, it's, like I say, I think Andre Chevalier would say, just shut the thing off. We don't need it. But Brentwood would like to take some clock.
Yeah, John Henderson, the lead official, overseeing matters at the scores table. Well, they've reset it at 35 for the moment. There's John. And now they reset it to 23 on the clock, and we're about ready to go.
Coach Bailey gets a free timeout out of all that to get his defense set.
James across the timeline.
Brentwood dropped into a 1-2-2 zone.
The lob underneath, and Bailey. A gorgeous delivery from Bronny James.
That's one of the ways to attack a zone, and you've only got 2 on the baseline. If you've got a high flyer like Bailey, he can run the baseline and just throw it up somewhere around the rim where he can reach it, and the flush.
17-1 Blazers, and they're built for business tonight.
Oh, some nights, and we've seen them a lot, some nights it seems like it takes them a little while to kind of get into the flow. Well, tonight, watch that. Talk about flow as he guides it into the rim. We had a nice conversation with Amari before the game, both of us did, and I told him how impressed I was with his ability to sort of take the explosive scoring out of his game for the betterment of the team. He's been a marvelous combo guard, playing a lot of point this year for Andre Chevalier, and he could get 30 every night if he wanted to.
Well, they're still discussing the shot clock. I have the feeling they're just going to say good night to the clock, and they're just going to have the officials do the work.
Yes, and or a timekeeper here can keep it and then just alert the officials when it gets down to 10, and they'll shout that out to the team, and it's not perfect, but it's not bad either.
It won't dampen the enthusiasm of the student section here at all.
No, even the early large deficit has not slowed up the capacity crowd on the Brentwood school side, and these folks have been here for a while.
Yeah, it's capacity. So the PA announcer will give announcements of how much time is remaining on the shot clock. There's Moose Bailey right there.
Yes, indeed. Terrific player at Loyola High School and then UCLA after a brief stop at Penn State.
Relentless pressure by the Blazers.
Better get one of these passes up the floor, and they do just in time.
On the side, the jumper by Moore, in and out. James clears.
That's tough luck because that was halfway down. That is the guy that they're looking for.
Bailey using glass.
And when we talk about a guy who could get 30 a night if he wanted to, that's what we're talking about. He's an explosive scorer. Just hasn't had to be this year. Don't kid yourself. Amari could score in bunches.
Christian Moore takes it in. It just won't drop for the Eagles.
No, and Sierra Canyon's defense is as active as I have seen it since maybe the second half of the Rancho Christian second game between those two powerhouses.
The tip up by Frank, who's really battling inside number 15. And he puts it in. Taryn Frank.
1 against 5, and yet he was quickest with the second and third jumps and got the beneficiary of the soft roll.
Justin Patterson, number 3, has checked in. Quick guard for Brentwood, but it doesn't matter. They turn it over again.
Brentwood, understandably, a little bit shaken by the early tidal wave of the Trailblazers. That was a cinch basket if they make a more accurate pass, and that's just what happens when you start speeding everything up a bit. But that's Sierra Canyon's doing as much as anybody. That defense that's been as focused and relentless as I've seen them.
Charlie Siafa has come on, number 4 in white for Brentwood. Guy who's all about the team, really works hard, does all the small things for Moose Bailey. Perhaps he could be an ignition key and turn this basketball team on. A rare miss by the Blazers. Williams failed, and here come the Eagles.
I think that's Zaire's first attempt.
Siafa, he's in the game. He does make things happen, doesn't he? And look at that student section.
And a really good pass by Thomas out of the high post.
And an easy one inside for Zaire Williams, and 1.
Look at the good backdoor cut. Right on time delivery from Thomas, and Brentwood gets a basket. Took them 6.5 minutes to get their first hoop.
It came from the senior Siafa, who just picked up his first foul. Zaire Williams, who was wearing number 1 in previous games, likes the number 5 tonight. Seems to be working for him.
Well, he's so skilled and has only played half the season because of the 30-day sit-out period. But one of the top unsigned seniors in America.
Braden Thomas on the baseline. Moore hustling. Christian with a great save. Thomas again.
Nice.
Rattles it home. The first goal for Braden Thomas, who averages 12 a night.
When I've seen him play, he moves well without the ball and catches it nicely. That time he just turned, no hesitation. Here they come on the run.
Moore leading the break to Thomas. Now they're alive at the Eagle Dome.
Excellent fast break run by Moore and a good catch by a big right on stride.
Inside of a minute to play in the quarter. Bailey goes right down Main Street and is knocked down. He's going to the line.
Let's see who this is on. This could be a rather big call. I believe if it's on Thomas, that's his third foul.
Laurie Bailey to the charity strut.
No, I stand corrected on the foul call. And Zaire Williams is wearing number 5 tonight. He's normally number 1, but a late change of uniform as the first free throw is made.
Shai Odom, sophomore, is very gifted for Sierra Canyon, out of the lineup as Boston comes back. 24-7 is your arithmetic.
Well, missed them both.
Well, if you're Brentwood, you just want to get the feel of the game. Here's a steal by James. Great look into the corner for Boston. Yes, a 3-ball for BJ Boston.
Excellent recognition by Bronny, finding Boston, who had his feet set. That's practice for Brandon.
Raines from the side wasn't close with that one. But hustle gives them a second opportunity.
Oh, they got to make those. Great play by Moore to keep the possession on the Brentwood side. They got to get a turnover this time against Wade.
Yeah, it was thrown behind him. Difficult play for Zaire Wade. Parker Turner, number 12, a freshman who's a track guy here at Brentwood. Comes on, inbounding the ball. Final 8 seconds of the quarter. Moore raising up, and he's blocked brilliantly. There was Boston. Can Wade get to it? No, time has expired. But we're through 8 minutes. What a quarter for the Sierra Canyon Trailblazers. Looking for their 55th straight Gold Coast League victory, and Omari Bailey defying gravity, and they lead by 20 despite the goal from Siafa.
Meet the first ever Mazda CX-30. Feel alive.
When it comes to health coverage, it helps to have someone in your corner. That's why there's Covered California. We're the only place where you can get financial help to pay for your health insurance. New this year, almost 1 million people could receive additional financial help from the state to help lower the cost of health insurance. More for those already getting it, and new help for many who haven't gotten help before. So check to see how much you can save. It only takes 5 minutes. The last day to enroll is January 31st, so get covered today.
Next Friday on the Pacific Surfliner Game of the Week, it's the CIF Southern Section Playoffs. Don't miss it Friday at 7:30 live, only on KDOC-TV Los Angeles.
The Pacific Surfliner CIF Game of the Week on KDOC-TV is brought to you by Amtrak Pacific Surfliner. Need a getaway? Getting there's half the fun when you travel by train. Visit PacificSurfliner.com. And by your Southern California Toyota dealers. Toyotathon is on. Get incredible year-end savings on a reliable new Toyota. 27-7. Terran Frank with 8. And he was terrific in that opening quarter, as was B.J. Boston, who has 8.
Well, I feel like I'm coming up from a Trailblazers tsunami. I mean, it was 15-1 before I even had my second sip of water, and it didn't get any better for Brentwood most of the rest of the first quarter. But now you got to play just possession at a time. Oy.
Williams with the takeaway, but he lost it on the line at center court there. Great effort, though, by Zaire.
Yeah, and I think you're going to have to start getting some more ball fake and backdoor cuts because Sierra Canyon is really active defensively, more so than I've seen them much of the season. And so they're jumping the passing lanes, so you're going to have to give them a quick ball fake and go backdoor.
Bailey doing a nice job against Christian Moore.
Good play by Turner to steal.
Moore, and 1 for Christian Moore.
Oh, just what the doctor ordered if you're a Brentwood fan, because they hadn't heard much from their best player, Christian Moore. But this time he perseveres through the contact.
Christian averages over 19 a game. He's a very good foul shooter normally at 76%. Just a sophomore combo guard.
Oh, a very exciting future for this young man. A lot better this year than last year. I imagine that'll continue throughout his senior year. Going to be a high D1 recruit. Hello.
That's from about 28 feet away by Boston. Unlimited range, to say the least. Moore for 3. Here comes Wigington. There goes Zaire. Yes, and it counts.
So skilled with either hand, might have taken one in the eye there. We'll have to see if it lingers at all, but you saw how fluid he is, catching the ball about 15 feet from the hoop and then going to the offhand with the pretty soft touch. Gets the and one opportunity. Williams he said he's down to a handful of schools and they're all great. Stanford, USC, North Carolina, Duke, Arizona, UCLA, Oregon. I mean, you can't go wrong with any of those, and they all will suddenly vault to the top of the recruiting classes evaluation if they get this young man right here.
Yeah, he has the pick of the litter. Terrific player. Transfer from Sherman Oaks, Notre Dame.
There you go. They were making that second pass a lot better earlier in the press.
Rames, difficult pass, but Turner did a nice job of saving it. Shots just not falling for Brentwood.
No, they could have that deficit cut in half if a couple of these shots would just fall.
Frank got the miss back and scores.
Steady as she goes. With all the explosive, spectacular athletes they have, Frank is a very good athlete as well, but he just seems to be steadier than many of the rest.
Playing terrific defense, help defense are the Blazers. And they're moving the ball down the floor so rapidly. When you do that, you are going to turn it over occasionally.
Yeah, good play by Siafa and another better play by Boston.
Wigington giving it off to Boston and another dunk. Well, we have just over 6 minutes to play, and you can see the Blazers are already up 24.
You know, you try to hope you catch a uber talented team like Sierra Canyon when maybe they bring their B game. Well, they didn't bring their B game tonight.
This is a high level A. This is an A+ so far. Osterbrook with the theft.
Move the ball side to side.
See the professor who loves to coach. On the wing to Turner.
Nice job by Rames, like a good pass receiver here on Super Bowl Sunday weekend. He moved toward the pass, which enabled him to get the foul call. If you stand there and wait for the ball to come to you, just like a wide receiver, that defender's going to jump the route, and that time Rames did a nice job to draw the contact.
The citation on Terran Frank. Inside, there's a block, but a foul. Boston with the block and the personal as Mellon went up. So going to the foul line is Zach Mellon, a junior.
Good look
since
at
his freshman year.
Sorry, Randy. Good look at Ryan Moose Bailey there. He's got to be disappointed in both of us when we talked to him. He felt his team was ready for the challenge and got off to just as tough a start as you could ask for. Still plenty of game left, though.
Yeah, I wanted to control tempo. That's going to be tough to do now. You got to try to come back from this huge deficit. Foul shots not going down. You need those, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, that's just, little by little, one possession at a time. But that's why they call them free throws.
Frank playing some bully ball. Couldn't put it through. But they get it back in Boston. Yes. Oh, he's having a beautiful first half.
And he's just deadly. I mean, we've watched him a number of times, and that three ball from as far away as 25 feet is a flick of the wrist for Brandon Boston.
Who has 13 already. Siafa, and he throws it to Boston. Unfortunately, Boston plays for the Blazers. Bailey with a three.
They're so long. They just deflect so many passes.
Coleman from deep. Mellon cleaning up.
Good play by Siafa to challenge the rebound. That enabled Mellon to get the ricochet and stick it in the basket.
Tukey Wigington on the wing. Outstanding guard. Didn't get a whole lot of minutes. And Boston continues to deliver the goods.
This is why I don't think all of the open division opponents will be able to zone Sierra Canyon for very long. You have two elite shooters, one on each side of the zone in Williams and Boston.
Osterbrook hits a three. That's a welcome sight for the Eagles. All cotton there.
Oh, I like that. Good play.
That's the cat quick MJ Coleman racing back the other way. Siafa's shot is fly swatted straight out of bounds by the hustling Amari Bailey. 3:45 left. Opening half. Sierra Canyon with 40 on the scoreboard already. The Blazers, Bronny James, and the rest looking great on the Pacific Surfliner Game of the Week on KDOC.
From the Golden Coast and rolling hills to iconic cityscapes, this is a getaway that begins the moment you step on board. Cruise along tracks that connect you to Southern California's top destinations and experience an unforgettable ride. When was the last time you were moved by a train? Embrace the journey with us and plan your next trip at PacificSurfliner.com.
Smart speaker, play smooth jazz playlist. Smart speaker, play easy listening smooth jazz playlist.
Internet down.
Smart speaker, play easy listening smooth jazz playlist.
Internet down.
Your home is only as smart as your internet. AT&T Internet is fast and reliable, even during peak times. Get consistently fast speeds for $40 a month. Call 1-877-ONLY-ATT.
Tonight's Pacific Surfliner Game of the Week on KDOC TV is presented by Wingstop. Open late, order online at wingstop.com. What an onslaught by Sierra Canyon, but it has not really dampened, and we talked about it, the enthusiasm of the student section here. They really love it anytime the Eagles get a goal.
Well, and this is a team used to so much success that although the first 12 minutes have been probably about as disappointing a start as they could have imagined, this is a team that has designs on a long run through Division I, and talking about Brentwood. So this experience, no matter how this game turns out, this experience will help them in quest of another long run through the playoffs.
Christian Moore missing off the baseline, but hustling back at the other end and creating a turnover. Rains in traffic. Moore. Yes. You're seeing some of the skills now of Christian Moore.
Yeah, nice movement without the ball. He was in the low block and then came up quickly to the foul line. The pass was right on time.
And there's Moore again defensively with a deflection.
Yeah, I like everything I've seen from him. First time I've seen him live this season. And seeing him on tape, you see that he's comfortable on both ends, a fine two-way player.
Inbounded, intended for Frank. Taken away by Rames. The right hand bank fails.
And that was a superb athletic move by Rames, and the rim just spits it out.
Inside of 3 minutes to play in the half, which has been completely dominated by the Sierra Canyon Trailblazers. Odom into the corner to Frank, and Bronny James controls. 15 on the shot clock. Smooth as Terran Frank.
Yeah, considering he's oftentimes in the half-court set, the number 3 or 4 option, that's pretty good.
Coleman raising it up. MJ Coleman,
nice.
The 15-year-old freshman, just turned 15 on January 15th.
Plays with a confidence that you can see in his body language. That time he took on the taller defender and just knocked it down, travel against Baylor.
And it was Coleman's tight defense that forced the turnover. Zaire Wade in, and Terran Frank will sit down for Sierra Canyon. Braden Thomas back in for the Eagles. 42-19, Trailblazers playing great defense, forcing turnovers, and that trap has really bothered host Brentwood. Christian Moore. Oh, he's starting to get the feel.
Yeah, and he's getting some cleaner looks. They were really up into him, particularly Frank, the first 10 minutes or so. Last 2 possessions, he's been able to rise up.
Odom missed it. Here comes Mellon. Leading the break. Thomas. And he's going to the line.
Nicely done. Tough place to put a big in, streaking down the wing like that. So he made another nice catch. I really like his hands. I think this young man continues to improve. He's, oh gosh, that one.
Well, he is an outstanding baseball player, so
and
he can fall back on that if basketball doesn't serve him well. But he's very talented. They like Braden Thomas.
Yeah.
And he hits the second one.
Very fluid. I can see that, my God, by the time he finishes his follow-through on the mound, he's probably shaking hands with you at 6'10".
Got a really nice two-seam fastball. 42-22, and Thomas on cue with the deflection, running the floor. And he scores! Moore with the feed.
Another excellent catch. I really like it when big guys have those soft hands and then can finish, and he did that brilliantly that time.
Ronnie James for three. Wade with the follow. Williams with the next one. Oh, what a great off-balance shot from the side by Zaire Williams.
Goodness gracious. The defense, there's nothing you can do about that.
And again, the press forces a turnover. That'll bring back Thomas Osterbrook, who I think resembles his head coach. He kind of looks like Moose Bailey, doesn't he?
I like that.
A young Moose Bailey.
And he's a capable scorer. He can get you 15 to 20, and he just got off to a terrible start. I look for him to be more confident in the second half.
Ball back to Brentwood. Harold Hughes going to come in.
Harold's been sitting a while.
Odom is out.
But that's a pretty good last line of defense against when you're operating a full court pressure defense. Even if they break it, they got to get through you.
Not me, you're talking about. You're talking about Harold Hughes.
Yes, indeed.
You did catch my attention, though. Christian Moore misses. Here comes Zaire Wade.
Oh, that's a charge, I think.
You're right. You love to officiate.
Only about once or twice a quarter. I don't think I could get them right as often as the guys that do it for real.
Rames did a nice job getting set defensively.
Oh, goodness. Help him. Help him.
Christian Moore, and again, taken away. Showtime! Amari Bailey.
Moore just lost his footing and then was just swarmed by the piranha-like defense of Sierra Canyon and had no place to go with it.
Other teams that may have to face Sierra Canyon are cringing right now in the playoffs. Zaire Williams with those long strides. And he's hit on the arm, and he's going to the free throw line.
Well, he is as pure a scorer as you will see at the high school level. Obviously got the three-point shot from 22 to 25 feet, but his ability to change direction and is so fluid with either hand when he gets within a couple of feet, he's going to be such a gem at the next level.
He has 9 points as he rattles in the first one. Zaire Williams. Again, he's a McDonald's All-American. How about Sierra Canyon with 2 of them? 2 McDonald's All-Americans in Williams and Boston.
The state of California did quite well. Evan Mobley, of course, from Rancho Christian is going to go. Josh Christopher from Mayfair is going to go.
Double digits, 10 points for Williams.
There you
Final
go.
10 seconds of the half. And again, Harold Yu changes shots.
Yep.
They still have time. Beautiful fast break. And the stuff by Wade. Zaire Wade. And Sierra Canyon with the Wade throwdown reaches 50 at the break. Zaire Wade and the rest of Sierra Canyon and Williams relentless. They lead by 26 on the Pacific Surfliner Game of the Week on KDOC.
Has this ever happened to you?
You got juice on your sweater.
Why? What if we told you you could stop drinking plants in the morning and start eating them? Introducing the new 100% plant-based Beyond Sausage Patty breakfast sandwiches from Carl's Jr.
Hey, man. What are you doing?
I'm looking at my new Toyota.
Looks more like you're taking it easy.
I am taking it easy.
In your easy chair.
At the We Make It Easy sales event, they made it easy.
Did they throw in the chair?
No. I bought the chair.
It's a nice car.
Thank you.
We make it easy. Toyota, let's go places.
Cruise along tracks that connect you to Southern California's top destinations and experience an unforgettable ride. When was the last time you were moved by a train? Plan your next trip at PacificSurfliner.com.
It's time for the ultimate Sleep Number event on the Sleep Number 360 smart bed.
Can it help keep me asleep?
Absolutely. It senses your movements and automatically adjusts to keep you both comfortable. Save 50% on the Sleep Number 360 limited edition smart bed, plus 0% interest for 24 months on all smart beds, only for a limited time.
The Ronald McDonald House of Orange County is asking for your help to expand its services for critically ill children and their families. For the past 30 years, the Ronald McDonald House has been a home away from home for families with severely ill children during treatment at local hospitals. Today, the demand for their services has skyrocketed. Join us in supporting the Ronald McDonald House's Together campaign that will more than double the number of family rooms, support services, and staff facilities. Help today by visiting rmhcsc.org/Orange County.
Are you sick of drinking your plants for breakfast?
Still hungry.
What if I told you you could eat them? Would you like that?
Yeah.
Introducing the new 100% plant-based Beyond Sausage Patty breakfast sandwiches from Carl's Jr.
Let's eat some plants.
At the half, Sierra Canyon leading the Brentwood Eagles 50-24. Gives us time to look back at the career of the legendary, the late, great Kobe Bryant.
A scoring machine is an understatement when it comes to Kobe Bryant. 60 points in his last game, and a career high of 81 is simply out of this world.
To me, you know, the top, maybe top 3 legacies of all time, you know, in sports history. You know, the things that he's accomplished, the way he revolutionized the game, the way he approached the game, his attitudes towards getting better and working hard. It's amazing, man.
Oh, yeah, you definitely look up to him. You know what I mean? I call him, in my opinion, the Michael Jordan of this era that I've seen in basketball. So that's how talented and how great he is.
Kobe Bryant was only the 6th player in history to go directly from high school into the NBA in 1996. The 17-year-old student from Lower Merion High School in Pennsylvania was taken at number 13 in the draft by the Charlotte Hornets and immediately traded to the Los Angeles Lakers. 20 years later, he left the game as the 3rd highest scorer in NBA history. And he went out in style, scoring an incredible 60 points in his final game against the Utah Jazz on April 13th, 2016.
I mean, the perfect ending would have been a championship. You know, that's perfect ending to me. You know, but you know, tonight was, you know, trying to go out, playing hard, and try to put on a show as much as I possibly could. And you know, it felt good to be able to do that one last time.
Bryant finished with a career average of 25 points. He scored more than 60 points 6 times and went past 50 on 24 occasions. His personal best was an astonishing 81 points in 2006 against the Toronto Raptors, the 2nd highest in history behind Wilt Chamberlain's 100-point game in 1962.
Score 81 points is something that, you know, it just seems ridiculous. And just, you know, I've watched it over and over again, and you just see him scoring and scoring and scoring. It was a close game, and, you know, 81. That's all you got to say.
Bryant's legacy included 5 championships, 2 Finals MVPs, the 2008 League MVP, 2 league scoring titles, 2 Olympic gold medals, and he finished as an 18-year NBA All-Star. Many regard him as the greatest Laker in history, although he rates his hero Magic Johnson at number 1, while legendary center Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is also in the conversation.
It means everything. Yeah, I grew up a diehard Laker fan. And so, like, it's like a dream come true for a kid to grow up, play for his favorite team, and play there for 20 years. His entire career, I've seen the city grow, I've seen the city develop, and vice versa. You know, there's no place I'd rather end my career.
The arrival of Phil Jackson as coach in 1999 was key for Bryant. And together with center Shaquille O'Neal, he led the Lakers to 3 consecutive championships from 2000 to 2002. Through all the ups and downs, Bryant never wavered from his scorer's mentality that had served him so well. I would go 0 for 30 before I would go 0 for 9. 0 for 9 means you beat yourself. You psyched yourself out of the game. The Lakers made it good again in 2009, winning the championship. But it was his 5th title the following year, which Bryant calls his most satisfying. In Game 7 of the 2010 Finals against the Boston Celtics, the Lakers fought back from 13 points down in the 3rd quarter to win the series, with Bryant scoring 10 points in the final quarter. An Achilles injury in 2013 cost him 8 months. And Bryant was never really the same again, even though he was still able to go big at any time. As a kid, he dreamed about being the greatest.
Was it your goal to be the best basketball player on the planet?
Yes, it was, yeah.
Did you achieve that?
Well, it's funny, like, as a kid, I was growing up and I said, I want to be the greatest that ever played, right? And then as you get older, you start understanding that there's no real answer to that, right? And I found a lot of comfort once I realized that my goal really is to be the best player I can be. And then what that means helping my teammates be the best players that they can be. And once I figured that out, then my game went to another level.
Alex?
Yes.
Shakey's Pizza.
Yes.
Make new friends with Shakey's Dinner for Two. Right now, just $15.99. Shakey's. Share the good times.
Welcome back, raffle fans. Let's take a look at the dream home you'll be playing for. This magnificent kitchen. Master bath, complete with bubbles. Can you believe it? You could win this home or thousands of other prizes. But you'll have to enter the raffle first. So come play the Dream House Raffle, benefiting the Special Olympics of Southern California. Odds of winning a prize are 1 in 20. If that price ain't right, I don't know what is.
Step into the open wide. Watch the future come alive.
Meet the first ever Mazda CX-30. Feel alive.
Louie, you've been craving Wingstop's flavor for way too long now. It's so good to be back. Back where lemon and pepper get a buttery bath and never felt zestier. Where freshly made just for you chicken learns to fly. Where 11 flavors each go to 11. It's like the first time, every time. Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings.
If you're looking for adventure, visit the San Diego Zoo Safari Park. Experience the Africa Tram, Cheetah Run, Lemur Walk, and the award-winning Tiger Trail, always included with admission. And make your day more wild with safari experiences like behind-the-scenes tours, roar and snore sleepovers, and caravan safari, taking you inside the field enclosures to feed majestic giraffes. Safaris depart daily. Book yours today at SanDiegoZooSafariPark.org.
Alex?
Yes.
Shakey's Pizza.
Yes.
Make new friends with Shakey's Dinner for Two. Right now, just $15.99. Shakey's. Share the good times.
What a great first half performance from Sierra Canyon, leading here at Brentwood 50-24. 3 players in double figures led by that young man, Brandon B.J. Boston, was 16.
Well, they got off to such an amazing start, primarily due to the suffocating defense. They were relentless against Brentwood in the half court, which resulted in numerous runouts. And then when they get the ball in the half court, they can just drop it off to Boston or Williams. Boston shoots from 25 to 30 feet without difficulty, and he and Williams are so devastating from the perimeter.
Beautiful move there by Bailey. Thomas has 7, number 14 for Brentwood leading the way, along with Moore. And there's another easy one for Boston. Points were hard to come by for Moore and company.
Yeah, the defense made it really difficult in the early going. Then I think Sierra Canyon relaxed a little bit, which enabled Moore and a couple of nice fast breaks that Thomas was the finisher, got them within the deficit they have.
We'll come back and see if Brentwood could make a game of it. Their student section, oh, they love it here, even though their team is back by 26 on the Pacific Surfliner Game of the Week on KDOC TV.
From the Golden Coast and rolling hills to iconic cityscapes, this is a getaway that begins the moment you step on board. Cruise along tracks that connect you to Southern California's top destinations and experience an unforgettable ride. When was the last time you were moved by a train? Embrace the journey with us and plan your next trip at PacificSurfliner.com.
At Wiener Schnitzel, we're all about living life to the fullest and keeping you the fullest. That's why we're bringing back our ultimate fan fave, pastrami. Piled high on fries, a dog, or a sandwich. This is next level delicious. Like, really next level. So grab some friends and fuel your fun with pastrami 3 ways. It's all pastrami and it's all good. Drop by today and take a bite out of life the Wiener Schnitzel way.
The Pacific Surfliner CIF Game of the Week on KDOC TV is brought to you by Amtrak Pacific Surfliner. Need a getaway? Getting there's half the fun when you travel by train. Visit PacificSurfliner.com. And by Wingstop. Open late, order online at wingstop.com. Sierra Canyon will have the basketball to begin the back half, up by 26.
Interesting alignment. They've got Harold Yu out here beyond the arc on the right wing. I'd be curious to see what this first play is that Andre Chevalier has drawn up.
A corner jumper for Boston. Run down by Harold Yu, and he was pushed from behind and fouled.
Going to get Osterbrook for the foul. Frustration foul, I think, there. The ball, Thomas had better inside rebounding position, but the ball went over his head. A rare long miss from Boston, and a little bit of pushing and shoving to go get the loose ball caused the foul.
Lob intended for Taryn Frank. Fortunately for the Blazers, it comes to Bailey. And here's Rames going back the other way for the Eagles. Moore for 3. You went up, got the rebound, and he was hacked.
Yeah, too bad. That would have been a nice start for the Eagles. Still would have been down significantly, but if you can get a stop and then come down and get a 3 in transition, that's about as good as it gets for the first possession.
Osterbrook didn't have a foul in the first half. He picks up 2 in 27 seconds. Frank misses on the baseline, but again, rebounding has been dominant for Sierra Canyon. Bailey trying to get it back and can't.
Brentwood in that 1-2-2 zone, the way that Sierra Canyon spaces the floor and then assorted members of the perimeter come flying in for the offensive rebound, makes it really difficult to block people out, and that time Williams was able to create an extra possession. They just didn't get anything from it.
Bruce Bailey wants another ball handler on the floor, so he brings in junior Reggie Tucker. He wears number 11. He also shoot it a little bit. Inside, an easy one, down low. Good movement again for Taryn Frank.
Yeah, he makes the game look so effortless, and you know he's providing you with great effort.
Christian Moore for Rames on the wing. Braden Thomas with the follow.
Nicely done. Thomas stayed with it, and then good little elevated baby hook over the length of you.
Frank bottled up by Braden Thomas, but he lost it behind the back. Williams, a little bit too fancy there.
Well, he surprised Frank that time, and Frank had no way to see that because there was clearly a player in his line of sight.
Mellon out, Siafa in for Brentwood.
Charlie gave him a little bit of a spark when he came in the first half.
Pass into the forecourt. This is Tucker, and this is his first shot of the game.
But he wasn't intimidated by you. Nice little floater. The rim just wouldn't have it.
Sierra Canyon a little bit more deliberate here to begin the third quarter with the handsome lead.
Enter the ball into the post. If you're going to set up shop in there, find him.
And they heard you.
Held ball.
Yeah, they tied him up nicely. And it goes to Brentwood on the alternating possession.
But well-executed triangular passing game. The entry from the wing into you wasn't clear, so you throw it to the high post like you're supposed to, and then it's just high-low action from Frank to you. Just didn't convert that time, but that was well done by Sierra Canyon.
Trailblazers take a timeout. Good effort in low by Thomas of Brentwood. Braden Thomas, 6'10", battling inside against the 7'3" Harold Yu. And of course, tomorrow night on KDOC, back in the Big West, Cal State Fullerton's coming off a heartbreaking loss at Cal Poly. They've been playing better basketball. They lost 101-100 in overtime.
Yeah, if that last second shot doesn't go in for Cal Poly, it makes the game so much more meaningful because the Titans would be within just 2 losses of first place. And a win, then ensuing win over UC Irvine, they'd be right in the thick of the Big West Conference race.
Yeah, the Anteaters continue to play well. They're atop the standings in the Big West. Of course, they're the defending conference champions. 52-26. They're still trapping. Thomas, a strong move over you.
So good in so many ways. The trap came, they made the quick first pass. That player didn't hold it very long at all, and another nice catch and finish by Thomas.
Speaking of finish, B.J. Boston always seems to do that. Brandon Boston is some player.
He is just such a pure scorer, and that'll continue at Kentucky as well.
Yeah, the Wildcats have a great one. Another takeaway. Bailey spun around but traveled.
And the coaching staff doesn't think so. I'd have to see that again. But they are saying that that was a legal move by Bailey, and Amari looks as surprised as anyone that the whistle blew.
Chevalier took the timeout to put the pressure back on and press on the back line, and it's really causing havoc for Brentwood.
But Brentwood did such a nice job in the first 4 minutes of making that first pass. If you make that first pass back from where it came, then you can go up the sideline, up the floor in the middle of the court. But that first pass is critical, and we've seen him turn it over a number of times.
Frank in the paint to Bailey to Boston.
Oh, he missed one.
Mellon's outless, but Williams gets back beautifully and steals it on the outlet pass.
Long arm of the law saved a sure basket. Look at how they do that so effortlessly.
Another tie-up. Look who's right in there. It's that guy Siafa again, Charlie Siafa battling with Darren Frank.
I like it. Giving up about 8 inches and probably 40 pounds, but he's in there scrapping. But you see Sierra Canyon do that a lot, or it doesn't result in anything, but the athletic, vertical of all these guys and the long arms is amazing. Amari Bailey saved a certain turnover.
We mentioned earlier that Ving Rames is the dad of Freedom Rames, the guard. Well, Mimi Rogers, an outstanding actress, done some great work over the years. The mom of Charlie Siafa, so there's some star quality not just on Sierra Canyon side.
I like that. Nice detective work by Mr. Rosenblum.
Boston brings it in to you. Boston on the turnaround. Oh, he really crashed the glass, these Blazers. But here we go back the other way. Mellon tries the reverse layup, and it's blocked away beautifully by Boston.
He actually, normally you use that reverse layup to protect by using the rim as protection, but he actually took it right into the teeth of the defender that time. But what a good hustle play by Siafa on the other end to secure the rebound against players much taller.
We keep our audience engaged when you have Sierra Canyon because we're always talking about you as in Harold you, but it keeps our audience, whoa, they're talking about us.
And
you?
this year, a whole lot more than last year. He has improved just dramatically.
And he alters the shot of Thomas. Bailey with a creative save, and Williams from downtown, the triple.
And a bullet pass that Patrick Mahomes would be proud of as he whipped it between defenders to Williams for the easy look at the 3-ball.
Rames pitching it back out to Siafa. Braden Thomas with that hook. And another solid rebound for Zaire Williams leading the break. Here they come. Boston to the iron, to the basket, and in. Brandon Boston having a huge night. 20 points for Brandon.
They can all finish so well around the basket.
Siafa for 3. And Williams rescues the rebound. Frank says, I'm open. Why not knock down a 3-ball?
Such a pretty ball fake. He had everybody flying to the corner thinking that's where the ball was going. A little sleight of hand from Terran Frank.
What a performance from Sierra Canyon tonight. The team from Chatsworth, California, shooting lights out and winning big at Brentwood. Healthy lead is 62-28 on the Pacific Surfliner Game of the Week.
You've been craving Wingstop's flavor for way too long now. It's so good to be back. Back where lemon and pepper get a buttery bath and never felt zestier. Where freshly made just for you chicken learns to fly. Where 11 flavors each go to 11. It's like the first time every time. Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings.
I work hard and I want my money to work hard too. So I use my Freedom Unlimited card. Even when I'm spending, I'm earning 1.5% cash back on everything I buy. Earn on my favorite soup. Got it. Earning on that eclair. Don't touch it yet. Let me get the big one. Nope. This one? Nope. This one? No. Let me get them all. I'm gonna get them all. It's just the basics. Can you double bag this right here? Earn 1.5% cash back on everything you buy with Freedom Unlimited. Can you also tell me what it is? Chase, make more of what's yours.
Next Friday on the Pacific Surfliner Game of the Week, it's the CIF Southern Section Playoffs. Don't miss it Friday at 7:30 live, only on KDOC TV Los Angeles.
Tonight's Pacific Surfliner Game of the Week on KDOC TV is driven by your helpful SoCal Honda dealers. High scorers in the game. Brandon Boston with 20, Terran Frank with 17, and Zaire Williams with 13 for Sierra Canyon. Leading the way for the Eagles of Brentwood is their fine power forward, number 14, Braden Thomas. He has 11. But you like Harold Yu and how he's developed.
Oh, a lot. He looked like the game might have been a little too fast for him last year, and of course he's playing with a Maserati for teammates. But this year, he's very much engaged on both ends. He's aware defensively on switches and protecting the rim, and offensively a whole lot better.
Christian Moore going down Main Street was hit on the arm, and he'll shoot 2.
And of course, if you're Sierra Canyon, I mean, gosh, what more would you like than your 7'3" center to suddenly become very much a part of your offense?
Yeah, and he just takes teams away inside. It's hard for them to do anything in the paint.
Yeah, because even if he's not there, you've seen him there, and you think he's there, and you'll see guys rush shots or throw up strange arches to get it over the imaginary guy in the paint.
He is the ultimate roadblock. That's a good pass by you. Odom trying to get it back after the miss. Officials are looking at one another. They say it's a tie-up. So it's going to go out of bounds to Brentwood.
What you did on that particular sequence was showed that his hands are getting stronger. It was a 50-50 ball, and he won the battle. He yanked it out of the Brentwood defender's hands, and that enabled him to make the little pass for the easy one.
Tucker's outlet is to Siafa. Coleman for 3. Air ball, and James says thank you very much. And a great feed to Bailey, who tried to throw it down. Odom puts it up and in, and is fouled.
But Bronny with a great look. I love his basketball instincts. He just always seems to know the right play to make. He threw a dart up the floor to Bailey, and more times than not, Amari's going to slam that home as part of the highlight reel. But Odom stayed with the play the whole way and got himself to the line. But I know Brownie doesn't play as many minutes as a lot of people would like him to play due to the talent on this team, but come next year when he's playing a much bigger role, you will see the instincts, you will see his basketball IQ come forward.
Like his dad, LeBron James, he sees the floor so well. Of course, Pop is leading the NBA in assists this year. Moore with a nice drive. He finished it with the left hand.
Yes, he did. And he knew Odom was sizing him up, so he elevated the arc of the shot a little bit better. And with your offhand, that's easier said than done.
(64-32).
Little pressure from Brentwood. If just to maybe take them a little longer to get started. Oh, my goodness.
It does not take Boston long to get started. And a steal by Boston. James all the way. Trapped in the paint. Had it deflected away and out of bounds off of Bronny.
Good double team defense by Turner and Mellon, because I think Bronny had designs on doing something fancy on that, but just couldn't get close enough.
Boston will take a seat. Goes out with 22.
I've seen Moose Bailey's teams for a long time, and there's no quit in them. And you can use this experience to help you come playoff time, and I think you're seeing the same intensity if the score was 36-32 as it is 66-32, and I like that from my team.
Sierra Canyon will go into the open division. Brentwood is a D1 school. Professor, where do you see them in the D1 seeding?
I think somewhere in the middle of the seeds, 6, 7, 8, 9, somewhere in there, because due to the tough schedule they've played, their record isn't as glossy as some others. But they're going to take 8 more than likely out of the D1 to be the open. That moves everybody up a bit.
Christian Moore with the 3-ball has 14, and we're seeing some of the talents of this outstanding sophomore for the Brentwood Eagles.
Yeah,
and there's a takeaway by Moore. Can he control it? He does. Frank with good defensive presence. James looking to create, and he's fouled.
Yeah, Siafa got him across the arm. Moore might have been better served that time after the steal, and he got up. He might have been better off 1-on-3 waiting for a trailer. And Bronny taking it strong to the rim.
Foul before the shot. Be inbounded by James to Odom and Wigington. James, a little bit more force in his offensive game. He's creating, has picked up another foul on Brentwood.
But I love that the pace at which Bronny plays. He's fast when he needs to be, deliberate when it's more prudent, and that time kind of surprised Wade with the pass.
5 team fouls on Brentwood. Ball's going to come out of bounds to the Eagles after a Trailblazer foul on Zaire Wade. Final minute of the third quarter.
Got to make that next pass. That's the one that'll get you across the timeline.
Siafa. And here comes Wade.
Yeah, that's it.
The wing is James. Look at the ball movement.
Yes.
Inside. Odom went up, didn't convert it, but was fouled. And it was Zach Millen that got him on the arm.
What they like to call the hockey assist, that was done by Wigington. He made the pass that made the pass to Odom possible by reversing the basketball and swinging it side to side. The best way to attack an aggressive defense is always get that thing going side to side.
Shai Odom is a 6'6", 220-pound sophomore. I know, Professor, he transferred in to Sierra Canyon. He had to be scoring big numbers at his previous school, but he's within the framework of this basketball team at Sierra Canyon. He's a great contributor and a wonderful future.
Oh, I agree 100% with everything you just said. He does everything well, and yes, he could have a whole lot more points if he would have not transferred to Sierra Canyon, but his overall game has improved, and it will continue to do so. Gosh, he's only a sophomore.
Action has slowed down here in the third quarter, and that's understandable with the sizable advantage for Sierra Canyon. But they're still pressing, and finally, Brentwood breaks the pressure. Thomas with the throwdown, and Odom with the foul. and something, it's been a while for that group to cheer about.
Well, outstanding look from Mellon, I believe, who up at the top of the arc. Nice high-low action down to Thomas, who continues to catch the ball. So often you see big guys in position to dunk the basketball, and they just fumble it just slightly, which enables the defense to get back. Thomas catches the ball.
Some pressure from Brentwood. Wade and Wigington on the back line for the Blazers.
Excellent help and recover defense by Brentwood that time.
And they create a turnover, and the quarter ends. And after 3, Sierra Canyon leads by 31. You may need a calculator before this one's over. The Blazers are running and gunning. Boston and company having a party in Brentwood, playing above the rim on KDOC TV. But Thomas is contributing for the Eagles.
Really, I don't need all the hoopla.
What do you mean?
You know the cars that drive like 1,000,000 miles an hour?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, beautiful winding roads.
Oh, never another car in sight.
Yeah, just give me a car that looks good, drives great, and is reliable as the day is long.
Yeah, and just give people the numbers on it, plain and simple.
Exactly. That's all I need.
Perfect.
Right?
Yeah, this is great. It's not complicated. Yeah, I like that Toyota.
We make it easy. Toyota, let's go places.
Can my side be firm?
And my side super soft?
Yes, with the Sleep Number 360 Smart Bed. On sale now. You can both adjust your comfort with your Sleep Number setting.
Come on, pup, time to go. Can it help me fall asleep faster?
Yes, by gently warming your feet.
Or can it help keep me asleep?
Absolutely. It intelligently senses your movements and automatically adjusts to keep you both comfortable.
So you can really promise better sleep.
Not promise, prove. And now, during the Ultimate Sleep Number event, save 50% on the Sleep Number 360 Limited Edition Smart Bed, plus 0% interest for 24 months on all smart beds, only for a limited time.
The Pacific Surfliners CIF Game of the Week on KDOC TV is brought to you by Amtrak Pacific Surfliner. Visit PacificSurfliner.com and hug the coast. This is going to be the 55th consecutive victory in the Gold Coast League for Sierra Canyon when it's all said and done. We've got to thank our good friend Jack Pollan. He gave us this note. They haven't lost since 2013. I believe it was February 5th. 2013 to Windward. That's the last time Sierra Canyon lost a league game.
Yeah, that's modern day like when you talk about league play, and Sierra Canyon has been, of course, the dominant force. But what a nugget from Jack Pollan, one of the best around at covering the prep scene, especially in this area. And who else would know that except Jack?
Well, James bringing it into the front court. Inside, Boston, a rare miss.
Well, he sort of used Mellon as a trampoline.
And inside, a basket for Jake Robinson, seldom used senior. Really an unspoken leader of the ball club, but back the other way. Boston puts 2 more down.
Yes, the Sierra Canyon loves this pace. They'll give you a basket, and then they'll try to make a fancier one on the other end.
It's going to be a walk against Christian Moore on the up fake.
All caused by the presence of you, which doesn't go into the stat sheet, but he's the reason that Christian Moore had to get more creative than he needed to.
Boston tried to throw it up over Braden Thomas, lost the handle going up.
Justin Patterson in the game for Brentwood as well, the 5'9" junior, number 3.
Thomas with a good look inside to Mellon. Confronted by you, but that doesn't stop Braden Thomas, who's been forceful down low.
I really like that because obviously you look at him right in the eye.
I like that by Boston.
Oh, gosh. He can score from anywhere, doesn't need a whole lot of space or time.
Robinson missed. By the way, Boston with that last 3 has 27 on the night. Williams fouled as he came into the attacking zone.
Well, and this is why it's going to be so difficult for the other open division opponents as we have a look at Moose Bailey, who understands his team got kind of caught in a tornado tonight.
Yeah, they met Sierra Canyon on the wrong night.
But I think Brentwood's going to be, they're going to have a long stay in D1 if I know anything about this area. Their strength of schedule is ridiculous, and the worst loss they had previous to tonight was an 11-point loss to Alemany, who's a very good team out of that Mission League. Otherwise, even in their losses against state-ranked teams, they've played very well.
And next week we'll have the Mission League championship game. They have a culmination tournament in the Mission League, and number 1 seed there is Harvard Westlake, and St. Francis have a great guard, Andre Henry, on the way to UC Irvine. They're the number 2 seed going into that tournament. We'll have the finals next Friday night right here on our Pacific Surfliner Game of the Week on KDOC.
Harvard Westlake, of course, trying to improve their open division positioning.
Robinson spotting up. Mellon ran into you, and here comes Williams to Boston. He has 29 with another throwdown. Boy, when they go out on that break, they're playing downhill.
Yes, they are. And Williams looking like a 6'2" point guard, except the problem is he's about 6'8". Wonderful orchestration. The timing perfect to Boston for the flush.
Here's Bailey with an easy one. A steal by Zaire Williams. And Sierra Canyon continues to really play hard, and that's really a testament to their coaching staff led by Andre Chevalier with this kind of lead to still play at this pace.
Well, that's a look at the most recent Division I top 10. I think 8 teams are coming out of D1 to be the open division teams. Sierra Canyon has done nothing tonight to indicate they're going to slip at all out of that. They got to go to the East Coast again, but I think they're going to end up being the number 1 seed. Centennial and Etiwanda. Centennial's got a tough one coming up tomorrow night against Salesian, who's a North Cal powerhouse. The only thing that could delay Etiwanda staying in that top 3 would be February 4th at Damien. Rancho Christian has an interesting game, though, on February 8th, the last day of the regular season. They're going to play a very good Rebay Academy. And if there's one team from outside of Division I that has a chance to get into the open division, I think it's Rebay Academy, and a win over Rancho Christian would do that. St. Anthony defeated St. Bernard tonight, so they're staying right where they are. We'll get a look at that other half of the Division I top 10 when we get a chance.
Yeah, Rebay Academy's only lost 2 games this entire year, and one of them
yes,
to Sierra Canyon.
Exactly. No blemish at all in that regard.
You can see still soft pressure by the Blazers. I don't know that they're content with a 79-41 lead.
Well, Coach Chevalier is going to make sure they keep their focus and that they're going to, work on things because the competition is going to get stiffer very soon.
Again, this is a good Brentwood team. They came in 16-9. They have a big win over Windward, and they've just been blown out of the gym. And it was an early burst, and Sierra Canyon has never looked back.
Yeah, and it shows you what this Trailblazer team can be when they come out and smother you in the half court and get that running game going like they did early. I mean, I looked up, and all of a sudden it was 15-1.
Yeah, they threw an early knockout punch tonight. Osterbrook. Ball handling skills of Patterson. Patterson for 3. Well, that's pretty.
Very nice. Very nice. Well done by Rames as he drew the defender to him and kicked it out immediately. And Patterson didn't hesitate, which is good.
Yeah, he was sick last week, so they're happy to get him back. Here's Wigington for 2. Tukey Wigington.
A very good passer, a rare shot opportunity for Wigington.
In the 4th quarter, there is a chance here for Sierra Canyon to get to the century mark if they continue to hit shots.
A little bit of a heat check for Patterson, but that's all right.
Frank hit the side of the iron.
I'm so accustomed to him making that mid-range fadeaway that I was a bit stunned that it didn't go in.
So was he. Boy, they quieted the crowd here. And again, the student section had some fun when Siafa hit that early basket. But again, stifling defense. There's another example of it from Odom, who runs all the way down court and is fouled as he was going up.
Oh my goodness gracious. If you didn't stop the ball by the 3-point line, then get out of the way. Because at that point, Odom's within one long stride of dunking on your head.
don't go away, because you never know with Sierra Canyon. There could be some great electricity in the final 4 minutes. We know they're going to win the game. Stay with us on the Pacific Surfliner Game of the Week on KDOC.
Wiener Schnitzel, we're all about living life to the fullest and keeping you the fullest. That's why we're bringing back our ultimate fan fave, pastrami. On a dog, on fries, or as a sandwich. So drop by today and take a bite out of life the Wiener Schnitzel way.
From the Golden Coast and rolling hills to iconic cityscapes, this is a getaway that begins the moment you step on board. Experience an unforgettable train ride. Learn more at PacificSurfliner.com.
You shouldn't have to live with pain. You shouldn't have to pretend you're fine. You shouldn't have to be the ambulance. You shouldn't have to be thinking about the cost. You should just be focused on her. Covered California can help you find a health plan that fits your needs and budget. Because we believe you shouldn't have to choose between the life you've built and the care you need.
The search to solve our most pressing issues. How to endure, and how to be redeemed. The world is watching California, because California fights back, remembers where we're from, and defies those in our way. Los Angeles Times, the state of what's next.
$81-44. What do you think they're looking at there? Probably the stats for Zaire Williams. You know, he's got a triple-double tonight.
Wow.
15 points, 12 rebounds, and 10 dimes for Zaire.
And as smooth and sort of hidden as any triple-double I've seen in a while. He was willing to defer to his teammates tonight. I mean, 10 assists, that's pretty nice for a guy who's not the point guard.
Odom with his second foul. Knocks that one down. Final 4 minutes. Brentwood's going to fall to 16-10. 2-2 in the Gold Coast League. Still perfection for Sierra Canyon. We'll go to 5-0 in league play and improve to 22-3 overall. Tukey picked up the foul. Tukey Wigington.
If we get a chance to look at the other half of that top 10, great. If we don't, there's some games that have huge impact on the seedings. Mater Dei obviously got to play both Bosco and J. Sarah, which we'll have next week. Mater Dei at J. Sarah.
Thomas running down that miss by Osterbrook.
And Harvard Westlake, of course, as you mentioned earlier, got to go through the Mission League tournament, which will have the final on the 7th as well.
Yeah, they're automatically, as Harvard Westlake, into the semifinals because they're the top seed. So they need to win one game to get to our game next Friday night. We assume that Harvard Westlake will get there. It's a very good team. Dave Rabibo's done a terrific job in Studio City. He's got the great center and Mason Hooks. Speaking of centers, here's a power forward / center in Braden Thomas, who I think's got a really nice future in basketball. He's very good. He's the baseball pitcher as well.
I completely agree. I've been very impressed with what I've seen from him tonight against a college-level sized opponent, and then some.
No, this is a college team he's playing against. Odom walked.
Excellent call, Mr. Rosenblum.
You're the official. Occasionally I will dole out a ticket here or there.
MJ Coleman back in for Brentwood. I thought he played very well, the freshman did, number 32, and he got into the game. He played without fear.
Patterson. The only thing in doubt is the final score. Thomas, there he is again, shooting up over Odom.
He was patient. He didn't travel. Sometimes bigs, when they get stopped, they'll shuffle the feet.
Patterson with the layup.
Off a nice outlet pass from Thomas, who read him perfectly.
Well, some of the backups performing well for this team from Brentwood. Go back the other way. Dylan Matoyer is checked in, number 23 for Sierra Canyon. He's a freshman guard.
Yeah, Ryan Rifkin, number 12 as well.
Inside of 3 minutes to go. It's mop-up time. All these guys thrilled to get playing time, though. Braden Thomas still in there. And a shot up and in for Parker Turner, the freshman.
And obviously a crowd favorite, as a large section of the capacity crowd on the Brentwood side stood up with their approval.
The other end, the shot up, no good by Rifkin. Here comes Justin Patterson. Another guy who's a very good-looking junior player, handles the ball well. 21 is James Olofsson. In white, a 6'5" freshman. Posting up inside, and Thomas is the high post. There's Olofsson battling for the ball. Nice effort, but he deflected it out of bounds.
The score is not going to reflect how good this Brentwood team is, but I see the pieces being somebody who can make some noise in the Division I bracket after they take the top 7 or 8 out of D1 to go into the open division. I could see Brentwood making things very difficult for whoever they run into.
This is Matoyer. 21 Dylan White is also out there, and there's a beautiful jump shot by Ryan Rifkin, the sophomore forward.
He looks like he has a quick trigger on the ball that went out of bounds. He was ready to launch one. Another good shot from Coleman.
I like MJ Coleman. And again, he just turned 15. He's going to be a big-time player here on this Brentwood campus.
Well, and they've had some awfully good guards during the Moose Bailey era.
Wigington misses, and Olofsson cleans up the outlet to Thomas. And he was hacked from behind by Dylan White.
Good hustle play by Dylan White. Let's take a look at the bottom half of the top 10, the most recent CIF Southern Section Division I. You've got Bosco at 6, Mater Dei at 7. Obviously, Bosco and Mater Dei going to play each other, plus Mater Dei's got to play J. Sarah. So 6, 7, 8 could easily flip around a little bit, and Harvard Westlake could move up a couple of slots if they win the Mission League, and Mater Dei and Bosco and J. Sarah kind of beat each other. So you could see a lot of movement, I think, from 5 through 8. I think the top 4 are going to stay pretty well cemented.
Braden Thomas, high basketball IQ, looking for his 18th point of the night. Difference is 30 points. Braden Thomas is going to the bench, getting a nice round of applause here as Jake Robinson returns for the final 70 seconds.
Thomas played well, as you mentioned, Randy, against college competition.
One put up short by Tabiant. The bench really wants Tabiant, number 20, to score, and he missed it. They've all participated tonight in this one. Coleman end to end. Olofsson battling, doing a great job getting the ball back.
Oh, and MJ just dropped it out of bounds. But the crowd loves number 20, Robert Tibiant. He's been kind of a sensation in a couple of the mop-up games that Sierra Canyon has played that have been broadcast. He's made some late threes and become a crowd favorite.
See if they find Tibiant. This is White. There he is, pressure from Olofsson. Tibiant looked up, he said, why is this reserve 6'5" on me? This Olofsson guy's too tall. We're going to have our Wingstop player of the game, and kind of a difficult decision. A lot of people have played. Well, 29 points for Brandon Boston. Zaire Williams with the complete effort, the triple-double. Tibiant went up and drew the foul from Olofsson. That's quite a one-on-one battle.
He was not going to be denied. He was going to launch something no matter what, and worked awfully hard to get that two-shot opportunity. But you're right, Randy. Any Sierra Canyon game, or at least most of them, it's very difficult to pick out a player of the game. My goodness, you could just sort of throw a dart at a board and be just as successful because so many of them play well most of the time.
Robert has another one, and everybody here, except maybe the student section, rooting for him. Student section of Brentwood, that one's going to get in. Well, they do root for him. The student section loves it.
I love it. I love it. He's a national sensation.
That's a good effort by Robinson on the return, Jake Robinson. They're yelling more than Bronny because Bronny hasn't scored tonight. But Bronny had a nice floor game and some beautiful assists.
And Bronny, nobody's laughing harder than Bronny. This team, for all of the possible egos involved, this team likes each other, and that's probably the scariest thing for the Open Division.
How about the awareness of the student section here at Brentwood? There's a high IQ in that section.
Yes. Oh gosh, yeah. I mean, you can see the way Brentwood plays that this is a very smart team. And not unexpected that the fans would be basketball savvy as well.
Can he hit that three? Tibion's ball went in and out.
Oh, the roof might have come off the place.
That one banked in. How about that three ball from Justin Patterson? That does change the final score. Our wing stop player of the game on the Pacific Surfliner Game of the Week is number 5. He assisted. I told you he did a triple-double. There's a steal. He did everything. He played the complete game. Another theft, leather larceny there, and shows us he can hit from downtown. Zaire Williams, 15, 12, and 10, the triple-double. He is our wing stop player of the game in an 86-58 victory for Sierra Canyon on our Pacific Surfliner Game of the Week on KDOC.
Has this ever happened to you?
You got juice on your sweater.
What if we told you you could stop drinking plants in the morning and start eating them? Introducing the new 100% plant-based Beyond Sausage Patty breakfast sandwiches from Carl's Jr.
Louie, you've been craving Wingstop's flavor for way too long now. It's so good to be back. Back where lemon and pepper get a buttery bath and never felt zestier. Where freshly made just for you chicken learns to fly. Where 11 flavors each go to 11. It's like the first time, every time. Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings.
Step into the open wide. Watch the future come alive.
Meet the first ever Mazda CX-30. Feel alive.
Are you sick of drinking your plants for breakfast?
Still hungry.
What if I told you you could eat them? Would you like that?
Yeah.
Introducing the new 100% plant-based Beyond Sausage Patty breakfast sandwiches from Carl's Jr.
Let's eat some plants.
Well, a big win for Sierra Canyon, 55 in a row in the Gold Coast League, 86-58 over Brentwood. Here's our Wingstop player of the game, 15 points, 12 rebounds, 10 assists for Zaire Williams. Wait a minute, let's start. Why are you wearing number 5 tonight, first of all? We look out, we know you're number 1.
Right.
Where'd the 5 come from?
So it's crazy. Actually, my old jersey was stolen out of my old hotel from one of the housekeepers somehow, some way. So, but at least they got a little souvenir with them.
I think you should keep 5. You got a triple-double.
I know. I guess it's good luck.
Yeah. When's the last time Zaire Williams had a triple-double?
Man, it's at least been over a year. It's been a minute for sure.
Now, you didn't know on the sideline when you were out there. You had no clue when you're in or on the bench.
No clue.
No clue. Well, look, there's one of your assists to Amari Bailey, and that's always fun. Talk about this pressure and how relentless it is.
Oh, man, it's just, I just have a great group of teammates, brothers, and they just make the job way easier for me on the court, So I just do whatever it takes to win, and today I just so happen to have a triple-double, so it's awesome.
Well, we're live on LATV, and we're around the country on ESPN3. Do you want to give us some breaking news on maybe where you might want to attend? You're arguably the most wanted guy left in America. You don't have to, but if you do, it's okay.
It's coming soon. I know everyone's waiting. I'm still waiting myself. You know, if I knew, I would have been told everyone. But
who are some of the teams and schools that you're looking at?
North Carolina, Arizona, USC, Stanford, Oregon. And I hate doing this because I know
that's enough. I don't want to put you on the spot.
I'm going to miss
somebody. You're great. All right. Congratulations on being a
Thank you.
McDonald's All-American. What does that mean to you, and what does it mean to play in that game?
Oh, man, it's a blessing, man. You know, I talked about it, but I never actually knew it would happen, you know. So just to see all the hard work pay off and, you know, I'm just speechless, you know. It's just
No,
it's
you're
really
doing
an honor.
okay. You're talking.
It's an honor for sure.
Your team. You know, you've lost some games along the way. The schedule has been really brutal. Your thoughts? You're getting closer and closer to the finish line, trying to win a CIF Southern Section Open Division Championship. You didn't have that in your previous school. What would it mean for you to get that title this year?
Oh, man, it would mean everything. You know, that's been my goal from day one. You know, just do whatever it takes to win that CIF state and regional. So that's been our team goals. You know, we talk about it all the time. And Coach told us we got to get in playoff mode early. That's been our theme of the week. And today we came out really hard from the start. So we just got to keep that momentum flowing.
I don't think we mentioned it all night. By the way, Sierra Canyon is the 2-time state champion.
Right.
Congratulations,
Thank
Zaire.
you. Appreciate you. Thank you for having
me.
me.
One last time. You don't want to tell us.
Coming soon.
Coming soon. All right, we're going to bring the professor back. Come on in, Professor. There's Braden Thomas. Are we saying goodnight? I think we are. I think Zaire Williams wrapped it all up for us nicely, too. 15. 12 and 10, the triple-double, 86-58. Sierra Canyon, 22 and 3. I want to thank our entire David Otta crew, and for the professor, and of course our latest analyst, Zaire Williams. I'm Randy Rosenblum. So long for now. Congratulations, 86-58. Sierra Canyon wins. Good night from Brentwood.